different metrics we have, graduation rate increases, retention rate, FAFSA completion, math and English gateway course completion, and credit course completion. As part of that document, put together a, what do you call this, a timeline to try to keep track of the items that the working group, planning team, and others came up with. Many thanks to Colleen Ongst, who chaired the working group and also worked a little bit on this draft, and to Adam Patterson and Eric Nealons for reading through and offering many comments and thoughts. We'll mention that a lot of the action items in this list mirror things that we're already doing as part of our Title III grant. So things that have been done there for English and Math Gateway course completion, items such as revamping orientations, working with Dr. Horn to make sure that happens for good belonging and onboarding for our students. And all about student success and making sure students know what they're taking advantage of opportunities to take their coursework, finish in the 100% or if they don't, the 150% graduation rate. Title III, I should mention here, just we do have funds for conferences and things such as that, especially for English and Math Gateway course work. We did a lot of work 2 years ago to decrease the class sizes at some co-requisite time. There is still funding on an annual basis for this current third year of the grant and the next 2 years for years 4 and 5. If there are questions as things continue, you're certainly welcome to reach out to me, taylor@ecc.edu or strategic initiatives@ecc.edu. One of those is much faster to spell. So feel free to email me directly. We expect to hear back from SUNY in the next, they didn't tell me when, I won't even try to make something up. I'll hear back from SUNY sometime soon. I'm sure they'll have some more questions, and once we get to a full version, we'll report back more and then start talking about tracking this and what we're doing and how all of you are helping and getting there together.
Great. Does anyone have any questions for Dr. Taylor? Anything else for academic affairs? I think we're good.
Adam or Eric want to say anything? No, we cede the floor.
All right.
Thank you.
Sounds good. I'm going to move to Academic Standards Committee to my co-chair, Amy Yoder. How are we doing with any policies and updates?
We're actually meeting this Friday, so it's our first kickoff for 2026. We do expect probably 2 policies to come forward in the next meeting, Bill of Rights as well as tuition liability policy. Colleen and I met. We are revamping the process for this, so we have a better check and balance on how policies work in terms of new, edited, old, revamping, revising. We have a lot of work to do.
Perfect. Thank you, Amy. Any questions for academic standards? Any new volunteers to help write policies? It's a lot of fun.
It is so exciting. So exciting. Nobody?
All right. Well, if you change your mind, quinn@ecc.edu. All right. Moving to strategic enrollment management. Dr. Erickson Nealons.
Thank you, and I hope everyone's having a great start, more than start right now for the spring semester. Dr. Quinn asked in the exec committee if I could give a brief overview on Reconnect, which I'm really excited to lead here at the school. For those unaware, which I don't think is many of you given the work that we all do, the Reconnect program is a statewide initiative. It is tied to the governor's budget each year. We are expecting to see some expansion with the early phases of the governor budget for the 26-27 year. But at a high level, this is for students who are between 25 and 55 years of age with no prior degree that are enrolled for at least 6 credits or more in eligible programs in the health sciences, engineering, technology, and teaching subject areas. It's a last dollar scholarship, which means that after all Pell and New York State TAP have been applied to a student's account, if that student has a balance at that particular time, that is where then the SUNY Reconnect Award is applied to that student's account. There is no separate application. I think that's the one key thing. Myself and the tremendous team in financial aid, as well as the admissions team in helping to get them to us, we work on the students' accounts by doing all of everything on the back end. So on a weekly basis, thanks to Chris Jones and IRAP, we're able to build a report that identifies these students based on the eligibility I just mentioned. We run that through National Student Clearinghouse to verify no prior degree has been earned. We then compare that against their status from the HESC report from New York State TAP. And at that point, those that are eligible are sent up to financial aid to actually manually calculate out each and every single award that's on there. At this time, we have hundreds of applications and accounts that have already been reviewed. We notify those students and post the awards on there. We did a presentation last semester. I don't know if you can get to my ECC from the screen here, but if you go to, oh yeah, we could do this. It's to my ECC, then we want to go to under academic on CPD. So thanks to Tara and Lisa for helping to coordinate this. If you go to other events, you'll see right there actually the Reconnect recording. So it's about a 30-minute recording here. It'll go through the, not that one actually, it's the second one, but that's also really good. It's that one right there, yep. It'll go through then the parameters for Reconnect, the recordings right there on the top page, that event recording section. You'll get to hear my voice, so it's forever there. So if you're ever needing to fall asleep, certainly right there. It's a great insomnia tool as well. But it does provide a lot of good information about Reconnects if you have questions. I will plug actually what Katie Cook, our Director of Financial Aid, also worked on, that third tab that you also clicked, which is a financial aid guide. Highly recommend looking at it. Provides some nice overview of financial aid. If you scroll down actually just a little bit, as you talked about with advisement, right there on that page, it gives a great question to ask students. Did you fill out your FAFSA? Did you fill out your TAP? No? Here you go. Right, here's where to go next. This is really helpful not only for Reconnect, but certainly all of our students as well. So highly recommend downloading that, and thanks to Katie for the hard work on developing that document. If there's any questions on Reconnect, I'm happy to take those now, and then I can go into the spring enrollment update.
I have a quick comment. So one of the things that we did discuss in Senate Executive Committee is that a lot of the programs that are part of the Reconnect program are really kind of getting overrun with advisement. And I want to say I got an email from my dean saying that there is going to be payment and training for faculty members to work with our Reconnect students on advisement over the summer and moving forward. So that is awesome. I totally signed up. And I think it's a great opportunity for faculty to work with these students. Because I know the programs, like our IT and our health and wellness, there's not a ton of faculty members in those programs, and they are working on advisement all of the time. So just pitching in to help a colleague, it was enough motivation for me, but we can also get paid. So that is super exciting. So thank you, Dr. Nealons, on your work for that, because I know that was something we discussed. So that's great news.
Yeah, thank you, Colleen. And thank you to the state, too. It's part of the budget's approval, and with the governor's support that we have received a grant, and in there we did identify funds for advisement specifically for the Reconnect and potentially Reconnect eligible students. We did have a team that worked with us over the summer, so we'll be able to then extend that here for the spring. So you're exactly right. If you do know anyone who's interested, please contact your respective dean, and then as soon as we collate all those individuals, we'll work together to do a training on how to move that forward. So spring enrollment, this is a really exciting time when we had an institutional goal for the non-high school students, right, of 6,100 students. All signs are pointing to us being able to reach that goal. Never attends are currently in process right now, so those will be with the registrar's team working diligently. We'll have those numbers, and vetted numbers are submitted up to SUNY in the coming weeks. We do have some additional enrollment for other programs like the Police Academy as well as the EMT, so we'll have those final numbers. Spring's always a little unique in that regard, but again, huge thanks to, as you mentioned, Colleen, the importance of advisement and faculty work, the admissions team, the countless amount of applications that we have. I mean, it's true that in my time in this role, we've processed the most number of applications. So thanks to everyone in the admissions team, from Rose and all of the people who take the phone calls, to the counselors, to our processing team. It's not possible without their hard work to be able to get those students in here to the school for us to advise and register. So thank you very much for all that support. And speaking of then our next push, right? So as we set up here for spring, we're already on to fall. We do have our open houses for the fall semester here. So thanks to Dana and her team, they worked very quickly to be able to produce this. I did say to the Senate executive team, I didn't know if we would head this in time, and more times than that, right? I'm always wrong. And they were able to work hard to be able to get this here. So we do have the April 14th, 15th, and 16th dates that we're going to be having Given the success we've seen in previous years, we will be following the model of each campus has its own day, starting off with City Campus on the 14th, and then South on the 15th at 50 Cobham, and then the North Campus on April 16th. Something I do also want to plug here is that to what Colleen was mentioning about our overall focus for the spring, we do want to focus on our grads, and so the marketing team is working on how to get graduation. I know Dana's going to give an update here today. But very quickly here at the end of this month and then into the month of March, we want to focus then on our current students and how can we advise them and get them ready so that on day one, when the schedule for fall gets released, we're able to register all those students. So to help do that, what we are looking to do in working with the deans, and certainly we need the faculty and staff support here, is the open house is designed for those new students to pull them in on the 14th, 15th, 16th in the evening from 4:30 to 6:30. We do want to then look to hold a registration event on the 14th, 15th, and 16th for our current students. So this is brand new. We just worked with the deans on this yesterday. We wanted to announce it here at the Senate to see if there's interest in this. No, commitment right now, but if you are, please contact your respective dean. We'll be working at. What we think is nice about this is that those events are already going to be set up. We got the space allocated for it. This way, opportunity then for us to be able to focus on our current students and complement that with our new students in the same day. So that's it on the spring enrollment. So if there's any questions on that, I can provide updates there. Colleen stole my thunder for summer registration. I guess
I forgot.
I'm not needed there.
Does anyone
Story
have
of
any
my
questions
life.
for Dr. Nealance? Dana?
No question, but just to let you know, an all-student email about summer registration will be going out today. So advisors, please be forewarned, I guess, that you might start getting a lot more inquiries into your inboxes.
That's good to know.
And one note as well about with Reconnect, going back up to that, summer term is a eligible term for Reconnect. It's tied to fall, so there are some stipulations to that. If students have questions or you as an advisor have questions, email at the enrollment management at ecc.edu. I oversee that, and so I'll be able to answer those unique questions there.
Perfect, thank you. And then with the registration/open house event, would those be running concurrently?
No, so the idea would be during the day, so like the typical day period, so let's say noon to 2. I'm just going to throw it out there. That would be then when we would register our current students and then transition to the open house from 4:30 to 6:30. So not concurrently. But one other thing, and I think Laura mentioned this, our Dean for Liberal Arts and Science, is how cool would it be that then we have our current students who could stay maybe for open house, and students love to hear from other students as a great way to sell the value of the respective programs. So there might be, in fact, some overlap, but I think there's actually a value add to having that happen.
Great, thank you. Any other questions? Okay, hearing none, you are off the hook. And we're going to move to the Teagle Grant. Dr. Sabrina Kane.
Well, I hope that everyone enjoyed the presentation by Ted Hadzi-Antich at Convocation. And if that intrigued you at all, we are looking for as many general education and maybe even some classes that aren't necessarily general education to participate in the fall round of courses that are going to be tied to the Teagle Grant and part of our Essential Questions program. Unfortunately, I don't have our professional development for this semester. I don't have the dates for that yet because there are a few exciting things that might happen that I haven't heard back on exactly when the timing will be. But there will be professional development if you're interested towards the end of this semester, and there will be some sessions over the summer as well. So if you're curious but you're not sure exactly how you might go about it, there will be plenty of opportunity for you to be able to learn. At this point, if you think you're interested in the fall semester, we'd like to know if that's possible because then we will tag your course as being part of the Essential Questions program and it will be on the schedule. And we are planning that students who take 4 courses within the program will get a special sticker that will be put on their diploma. So it may kind of incentivize students to take those classes. But even if you don't, you can still join in a bit later. You just won't have the advantage of having it tagged in the schedule. But at the end of the semester, we send to the current instructors, we send out a list of the courses that will be in the program for the next semester so that those courses can be publicized to the students that are interested in continuing with that. So basically, if this sounds intriguing to you, then come see me or email me or pass this on to your colleagues and have them come see me or email me. And now I'll skip to F if you don't mind. Now for assessment. So I'm just always on the schedule here, just always to just poke you with that cattle prod saying, you have to get your assessments done. We did have some submissions, so I'm very happy about that. But, if you did some assessments in the fall and you need to get those reports in, please do so. The committee is meeting for the first time this semester after the break, and we'll be looking at whatever reports we get. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Sabrina. Any questions on Teagle or assessment for Sabrina? Fantastic. Moving along. And we are going to move to our facilities report. And taking over for that is going to be James Frankhauser. Welcome,
Hello.
James.
How is everyone? So super fast, city campus atrium, everything's on hold until weather breaks. They're thinking March or as soon as possible. And then South Campus. So we have approval for pre-design phases for the new VTTC and an expansion at Cobham. So those things were approved last week. So Young and Wright will start the process and away we go.
Great. Thank you very much. Michael Higgins.
So, with the expansion of Cobham, are you talking about the garage area for the cafeteria or new building, new park?
Yes, the garage area.
Okay. So I was just curious about parking at South Campus to see if we could expand that in any way. Because I know like Tuesdays and Thursdays, the South Campus parking, the Cobham parking lot's packed. People are, do we have additional parking? I thought we were supposed to have additional parking in the building next door that we could use. People literally drive around waiting for spots, especially with the snow. So
It's all stuff we've been working with the landlord. I mean, it's a lease, so we're working out the progress on that.
Okay. Other questions? Okay, great. Thank you, James. Other old business. All right, I have one other old business because I forgot to mention it earlier. There is Mind, Body, and Spirit student support events coming up at all 3 campuses. So Erie Connects Wellness Center is hosting all 3. So North Campus has some on Tuesday, March 17th and May 5th. City has March 18th and May 6th. And South has it March 19th and May 7th. Mindfulness workshops, therapy, smoothies, therapy dogs. They're adorable. That was spent all my free time with the dogs last semester. So those are coming up. There's flyers up in front for anyone that's here that wants to grab one on your way out. I'll also send a copy out in the email. All right, new business, the syllabus template. I'm going to pull that up maybe. So the syllabus template that got posted at some point at the end of the fall semester and then enforced on the academic affairs page was actually done in the incorrect process. So I just want to remind everybody that all changes to the syllabus template must come to the College Senate first for approval before they are enforceable. So we are working on things to include AI statements, and obviously faculty have academic freedom, and you can put that on your syllabus if you want. But right now with the syllabus template, you just have to have the things on there that we've always had on there, and we are working on updates for AI and other items. One of the things that has to always be on there is the Student Access Center information, and to always make sure that that is accurate. So that is something that can change periodically, who's the counselors that are the go-to for the different campuses. So that's something that we need to make sure we check every single semester to make sure it is accurate. But just a reminder, syllabi templates that's up currently on the academic affairs page has not been approved by College Senate. So we'll wait to hear on what administration wants to do with that moving forward. AI, our Artificial Intelligence Task Force, they met, and I'm going to turn it over to our Vice Chair to give a quick update.
Yes, we met, I believe it was 2 weeks ago, and then we have a working Google Doc as the different committee members are going through different resources and making comments. And the main discussion point right now is making sure what is included in all of the different syllabus templates so that we're not exclusive with things. The primary goals are making sure each faculty knows that they have the academic freedom to include as much AI or as little AI in the coursework as they want, making sure that syllabus statements are very clear, that whatever the integration is only for that specific class. So even if you have, say, the same professor over multiple classes, it may not be the same AI integration across those classes. And then a big focus is also going to be on making sure that students know that if they have questions about what constitutes AI, they need to clarify that with the instructors. Because things like Grammarly technically is AI. So that might be allowed in some classes, it might not be in other ones. So making sure that just kind of those lines of communication are open. So right now we are still going through just the flood of resources that are out there to try to, again, kind of solidify the language on this. But if anybody has any resources they'd like to share, feel free to send those over to our committee chair, which is Sue Rothwell. And otherwise, it's just kind of an evolving process.
Are there any questions on the work of the AI task force? All right, to be continued. Center for Professional Development, don't see Lisa here.
I'm going to grab that one.
All right, so I'm going to pull up that and turn it over to Tara.
Yes, just a couple of quick reminders. Our 2026 Spring Virtual Learning Series actually kicked off this week, which we're calling The Work Between the Work, Simple Practices, Real Impact, and Better Work Days. So that was first announced at Spring Opening Day on the back of the program. We recently sent out a reminder email that those are starting this week. And participation is open and encouraged for all faculty and staff in all roles to drop in on those sessions. There's 3 topics, each with 2 different time options. And today was the first one. So we kicked off with how we show up at work, awareness, empathy, and everyday interactions. And we had a nice turnout today. And if you missed it, you're in luck because we're repeating the same topic this Thursday at 2 o'clock. So each topic will repeat twice in each week. And if you miss it, we're also going to put all the recordings up on the CPD page on my ECC. So you can participate in whatever way is most convenient for you. But we certainly hope that you can join us at those live sessions because we had great interaction and Q&A today, and I expect that to continue. So that's our Spring Virtual Learning Series. And another quick reminder, this one is just for teaching faculty. So the Teaching Perspectives Self-Reflection. That was launched also at Spring Opening Day during one of our morning sessions that was facilitated by Dr. Jackie Bollinger. And that was also linked to the Spring Opening Day program. So if you still have that around, the QR code is there for that as well. By answering this brief self-reflection, you're contributing to the development of a holistic teaching philosophy here at SUNY Erie, which is something that is being spearheaded by Jackie. And, you know, she's looking for people to be a part of that. So all faculty, both full-time and adjuncts, are welcome and encouraged to participate, with all responses anonymous and confidential. And we extended the deadline for that teaching perspective self-reflection to Friday, February 27th. So, you know, if you want to just kind of look inwards, do a little introspection during the upcoming break and, you know, relax with the self-reflection, there's an option for some R&R. So that's it from me.
All right, great. Thank you, Tara. Does anyone have any questions on CPD? All righty. Okay, we're going to move to graduation with Dr. Dana Horn. It is going to be May 20th, 2026.
6 p.m. p.m.
6
Buffalo
p.m.
State University in their arena there. So thank you. Yesterday marked 100 days until commencement, so we are officially at 99 days until commencement. We do strongly recommend, encourage faculty to attend. And so if you do not have your own regalia and you do plan on attending, there is a QR code that you can sign up, or if you like the old school pen and paper, I do have sign-ups for your regalia. We are trying to do a earlier push for faculty to sign up for commencement and regalia, just so that we don't have a rush madness and that we can get all the regalia in early. And so we do encourage you to do that. I will be sending out a regalia sign-up email in the upcoming week, but while I had this moment, I thought I would put it up for you there. Some of you did sign up at opening day, so thank you for that. You don't need to repeat it if you've already done it. If you do, not a big deal. We will filter that out. But the commencement committee will start meeting bi-weekly starting next week. And so sorry to the commencement committee. I spammed you yesterday with all of the emails, but I appreciate your work. And we will get this all going. New this year will be a grad bash for the students. So for students who are graduating or may not know that they're graduating, that the March 23rd, 24th, and 25th, we will be hosting this grad bash event where we're going to encourage students, bring awareness to, you actually do have to file for graduation. There is a misconception about whether or not they do, because in high schools you don't file for graduation, it just automatically happens. So marketing will start, as Erickson said, marketing will be starting a campaign about meeting with your advisor, not only to talk about summer and fall registration, but also to assess, are you actually eligible for graduation this May, even if you might have a class in the summer? And then also just, are you eligible for graduation? And so hopefully the faculty advisors can help and counselors can help encourage students to file for graduation. Graduation application deadline is April 1st. That's so that we can have all the names properly in the commencement book, as well as then make sure that we have our orders ready for regalia for our students. In order to make commencement successful, we will need volunteers for commencement, and so I will also be sending out an email about volunteer sign up. Thank you to those who did sign up at opening day. We will be in touch, but we'll send that out. So again, 99 days to go. Please sign up for your faculty regalia. Plan to maybe attend the grad bash in March. You'll get more information about that. And this year, our focus is really on honoring and celebrating our student graduates. So more to come, but that's my quick update.
Fantastic, thank you. Does anyone have any questions?
Yep. So I actually asked this at Senate Exec, and it might be a question for the registration office, but do the emails about the regalia go out to every student who's eligible to graduate, or just those who RSVP'd? And I only ask that because I have a student who finished in December, and he's messaged me a few times to ask, like, I don't know if I checked the RSVP box, but I want to go. So I just want to make sure how to check that he's on the list so he can actually get his cap and gown and go.
Just email me.
Okay.
All student emails will go out, but yes.
Perfect. Other questions regarding graduation? All right, well, I'll give my plug. Be there, be square. It's the best day of the year. It's super exciting. Our students are there. They're excited. Their families are excited. It's just a really great experience. So I hope you join us there. The team puts on a great party for the kids. Not that they're all kids, but like I feel like they're all mine, you know, and it's just a really exciting day. So please think about coming. Anything else for new business? Dr. Horn?
Marketing. So I'm just going to give a quick marketing. Thank you for the plug and promotion of our social media. We are having fun doing that. March Madness is coming up, and so our PAWS mascot has the opportunity to engage in the March Madness mascot competition. So we will be doing that. So if you're not familiar with PAWS, there are some recent videos, and so my understanding of the SUNY March Madness mascot contest. It will start second week of March. It is very much social media driven. So if you're not on our social media, I think you can visit our social media pages. But if you could vote for Paws as much as possible to see if we can even make it through the first round, that would be awesome. Thank you.
That's great. Awesome. All right. So with that, if there's no other new business, I'm going to prepare to close the meeting, and then we'll switch to the town hall good of the order portion of the meeting. Our next College Senate meeting is Tuesday, March 10th, also at 2:30 in this room. So we'll see you then, and thanks everybody for coming on the warmest day of February so far.